End of December, I had, been in encounters with multiple other guys.
Yeah.
Not one night stands per se, but like just how many guys I was involved with. I just didn't think I could get pregnant, especially from a one night stand. I'm not used to one night stand.
Are you stupid or something?
Welcome to the channel, my lions. The woman you are looking at claims she got pregnant by this fella after a one-night stand. Due to YouTube copyright requirements, some section of this video will be frozen. Now let's listen to how this pregnancy went down.
Tell me about this one night stand.
Okay, so it was last Halloween, last year. At the time, I was working at a sports bar, type of bar where, your breasts are out, your butt is out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I had a coworker there, and she had a boyfriend. So the boyfriend had a friend, which was Xavier.
Yeah.
And so after I got off my shift, we all decided to go out and have a good time, went bar hopping.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the night, they left and I offered to take Xavier home. And that is how that happened.
I'm not going to mention the type of bar she works at.
At the time, I was working at a sports bar, type of bar where, your breasts are out, your butt is out, you know what I mean?
And I won't mention that this woman knew about this man from her coworker before she met him.
And so I had a coworker there, and she had a boyfriend. So the boyfriend had a friend, which was Xavier.
Yeah.
She offered to take this man home for one reason only, and that's for a one-night stand. She knew what she wanted. Let's hear why she did that.
You told my producers though that you blocked Xavier. What happened?
I did. So at the time, I was just so tired of platonic relationships. I grew up without a dad.
Yeah.
And it led me to so much toxic relationships. And so I blocked Xavier because I was just tired of repeating those cycles with myself.
Oh, hell no!
So I quit my jobs, I quit the sports bar, I blocked Xavier because I didn't want any guy using me for sex.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's where that was going.
Yeah. Smart.
There's nothing smart about what she just said. She just said 2 seconds ago she does not want any guy to use her for sex. But this same woman offered to bring Xavier home after meeting him for the very first time for sex. She isn't making any bumbleclad sense, my lions. Xavier is not her first, second, or third one-night stand, and she is used to giving away the punani for nothing. But she is here saying guys wanna use her for sex. Let's hear some more.
So when did you find out you were pregnant?
End of December, I had, been in encounters with multiple other guys.
Yeah.
Not one night stands per se, but like just how many guys I was involved with. I just didn't think I could get pregnant, especially from a one night stand. I'm not used to one night stands.
Yeah. So you're like, this could happen.
Yeah.
So when did you tell Xavier? Because you found out in December.
So I unblocked him immediately when, I found out, because when I found out that I was pregnant, my mind immediately knew that it was Xavier.
Yeah.
So I knew that I needed to unblock him. So I did unblock him, but turns out he was in Hawaii. So
he moved or was visiting?
He was visiting.
Okay,
he was visiting.
got it.
And so from there, I was just trying to build a friendship until he got back. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I waited for him to get back. The very next day he got back to Texas, I told him that I was pregnant.
Got it. And when you finally told him, what did he say?
He wanted me to have an abortion. And I don't judge Xavier for that because when I initially found out that I was pregnant, I scheduled an abortion.
Yeah.
And no one knew. But I knew that I had to tell my mom just because I didn't feel right if I were to have an abortion.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, and she just was my support the entire way. She immediately told me, don't do that. There are other options. Despite the circumstances, I did let her know this was a one night stand. I do not know him.
Yeah.
But my mom supported me.
Got it. And that's good. Yeah, great mom.
Yo, pause it right here. She met Xavier on Halloween. That's October 31st. She found out she was pregnant the end of December. That's a 2-month time period. And what did she do within that time?
So when did you find out you were pregnant?
End of December, I had, been in encounters with multiple other guys.
Yeah.
Listen to me, brethren. She knew through her co-worker what kind of guy Xavier is. He was not interested in wifing up a woman who swings from man to man, hence why she blocked him after the one-night stand. But this woman had a plan. Do you really believe she did not know that she could get pregnant from a one-night stand? She is lying to the host and the audience. Here's the other thing. When she found out she was pregnant, she scheduled an abortion immediately, according to her. She never sought Xavier's permission or even tell him she was pregnant. She went straight to the cleaners. Xavier had no say. You know what they say, right? My body, my choice. She claimed her mother made her keep the baby, and all of a sudden, Xavier becomes relevant due to her need for financial support. My lions, this woman knew Xavier had qualities she desired, and the baby was a means to trap him. The baby gives her leverage to force commitment from Xavier. This man is in for a hell of a ride. Now let's hear Xavier's side.
So Xavier, what do you have to say about what you just heard?
It's 100% accurate. It's just the ghosting part.
Yeah. Okay.
So the reason why I did what I did, because previous, she told me she was pregnant. I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna have my first child. She asked for money, I give it to her, support. And then she just...
But I feel like in that moment, we could have at least moved forward with at least saying, hey, like, can we at least do a paternity test? Or I just feel like instead of ghosting, there could have been something for you to be there for me instead of you just completely walking out.
Lord have mercy.
Nah, it was about how you went about it though. So how
did I go about it?
It's about how you communicated to me.
Because the first thing that I sent you was an ultrasound. I sent you 2 ultrasounds, and then I asked for money, but that was like a month and a half later.
Yeah, but at the time, I'm confused because I didn't want to go through the same thing I went through before. You feel me? It's just the you asking for money part. It just.
So why did the money part throw you? I know you said that before another woman had done this to you.
Yeah.
Big dummy.
Looks like Xavier is a damn fool himself. He already got fooled once, and as they say,
Fool me once. Shame on you. It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
that's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Xavier never learned from his previous experience and ran right into this trap with open arms. All of his brain is in his anaconda. The damn foolishness.
But why did that throw you? Because I think, well, the reason I'm asking that question, because whatever this lesson is for you, that you are experiencing, maybe someone else at home is experiencing that and can maybe make a different choice.
So like I said, how she broke it down to me, she was like, you can just financially be there without physically being there.
But going back, before money was in the equation.
I've been buying things which hasn't been the easiest. If you want to Zelle this number or Apple Pay me, help financially support our child, that would be very much appreciated. And then you say Happy Father's Day.
So before the money thing, before asking for money from March to May, before even money was brought, because I knew not to ask him for money initially.
Yeah.
So before even asking for money, why from March to May, we couldn't figure something out there when I sent you those ultrasounds?
So did you tell him about the phone call we had when you first called me?
What was the phone call? Tell me.
When she first told me that she was pregnant?
Yeah.
When she told me that I didn't have to physically be there, just financially just support him. Uh-huh. Then I didn't agree with that. I was like, if I'm gonna have a son, I'm gonna be in his life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go both ways, you feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I feel like I didn't just ask you for money initially, and I do have the phone call recorded. I didn't just ask you for money initially.
She got receipts.
I do. Because I knew that this was his kid.
Yeah.
And I was scared. I didn't know him from a can of paint, so I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And there you have it. Of all those men she was messing with, she allowed Xavier to be the one to release his anaconda juices into her unprotected nest. She wanted it that way. And here she is recording their conversation as evidence in a future child support scenario.
So, like I said, I understand the shock. I don't judge you for wanting me to have an abortion. That was my first thing. That was my first initial reaction. My just thing was like, why do you feel like just because I asked for money, there was like, you had to feel like that I'm not her. You know what I mean? Like you could have.
You came out of nowhere though. At the end of the day, you came out of nowhere.
But at the end of the day, we did both come and have sex. So it takes 2 people.
Oh, Lord of mercy. She blocked Xavier after the one-night stand, unblocked him 2 months later to say, guess what? I'm pregnant. Then she expected Xavier to be there for her in every way possible. This woman is crazy and doesn't accept any accountability. She knew about Xavier's financial status from her co-worker long before she ever met him and planned to get away from working at the restaurant on his dime. with the backing of the baby.
Xavier, like I said, I don't judge you for what you did. I'm very forgiving. I forgive you. I just wish you would have been there for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Like I said, at the time I was confused, and I'm going to make it up to you, and I hope that he's mine.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm very sorry. Like, dead ass. I'm sorry for not being there.
I forgive you,
I
you know?
understand that.
Okay. Xavier, Kaden is your biological son!
I wish these two the best, brethren. My lions, once a woman gets pregnant, you are no longer in control of anything to do with the baby, and you will be at the mercy of the system. Not being in the situation is the best outcome for a man. Protect your seed, brethren. Protect your seed. Hold tight. Me gone again.